All right, let's talk about an opportunity that sits right in the middle of a massive, and I mean massive and rapidly growing market. I'm talking about senior care. We're going to break down a really unique franchise model here, one that's built not just for profit, but to tackle a huge need in pretty much every community out there. To really get a handle on the scale here, you have to start with this number, 10,000. That is how many people in the US turn 65. Not a month, not a week, every single day. And listen, this isn't some temporary market trend. This is a fundamental demographic shift. The demand for senior care is just baked into the cake for decades to come. So, with a market that huge, the real question becomes about strategy. How do you approach it in a smarter way? And that leads to this key question. What if you could build a business that has not one, not two, but three different income streams, all flowing from the very same referral? And that question, well, that takes us right to the core of what makes this business model so different. This isn't about picking a lane in senior care. It's about creating a powerful, integrated system that combines three businesses into one. So here's how it works. You've got these three revenue streams that all work together. First, there's non-medical in-home care, helping folks with daily activities so they can stay in their homes. Second, there's assisted living placement. This is a fantastic service where you help families find the right community, and the community pays you a referral fee. And finally, for those who need more advanced care, you can add a third stream with skilled medical services. Now here's the magic. This is where the efficiency is just brilliant. A single call from, say, a hospital social worker could be for in-home care today. But down the road, as that person's needs change, that single relationship can turn into an assisted living placement and maybe even skilled care later on. You meet that family once, and you can become their trusted partner for years. But to make that referral funnel work like a well-oiled machine, you absolutely have to protect it. And this brings us to a huge point of difference that honestly changes the entire game for how a franchise owner can operate and really dominate their local market. Okay, this is really, really smart. In most franchises, they protect the client's zip code. So if a hospital needs care for a patient, they have to stop and figure out, okay, which franchise covers this zip code. It creates a ton of confusion and friction. But this model, it flips that completely. It protects the referral relationship. If that hospital is your relationship, you take care of every single patient they send you, period. It doesn't matter where they live. All that friction for the hospital, gone. Just think about what a massive strategic advantage that is. Instead of having to sprinkle your marketing efforts all over town, you can go deep. You can focus on building rock-solid, defensible relationships with the major hospitals and rehab centers. You become their go-to person, an embedded part of the local healthcare world. That's a huge moat around your business. So if that's the business you're building, what's your role in it? Let's be really clear on this. The goal is not for you to be doing the caregiving. It's for you to be the CEO. Your number one job is to be the face of the business out in the community. You're the one building that high-level strategic network, connecting with hospitals, skilled rehab facilities, social workers, you name it. While your team is managing the day-to-day operations and sales, you're focused on the big picture. You are the chief relationship officer. And the end game here, the real goal, is to build a business that allows you to work on it, not just get stuck working in it. The whole system is designed for you to scale, to hire great managers, and to build processes that let you step back from the daily grind and be a true CEO, guiding the strategy and the growth. Okay, so let's get into the practical side of things. What does it actually take to launch one of these businesses, and what kind of support do you get once you're in? Let's just run through the numbers. The initial franchise fee comes in at just under $50,000. Then, once you factor in other startup costs, things like getting an office, marketing, and working capital, your total estimated investment is going to land somewhere in the range of about $75,000 to $125,000. And you're definitely not just handed a manual and wished good luck. The support system is really comprehensive. It starts weeks before you even get to your formal training. You get a full week in the classroom, then hands-on training right there in your own territory. And what's really key is they give you a 60-day action plan to hit the ground running, plus ongoing coaching, so you've got a safety net and a guide from day one. So when you start to put all these pieces together, you've got the huge market, the multi-stream revenue model, the strategic referral advantage. It all leads to this really powerful theme that's about way more than just making money. And this really gets to the heart of it. Of course, this is designed to be a financially successful business.
But that financial success is tied directly to providing an incredibly important, compassionate service. You're building a valuable asset for yourself by helping families through what can be one of the most difficult times of their lives.
It really all boils down to this one simple, powerful philosophy: doing well while doing good. It's this idea that your bottom line and your positive impact on the community aren't two separate things, they actually feed each other. So, we'll end right where we started, with a question for you. We've seen the unstoppable demand. We've seen a really clever business model designed to serve it. The last piece of the puzzle is you. Are you ready to not just build a business, but to build an asset that becomes a pillar in your community, one that truly makes a difference in people's lives?